Welcome to the Fruit and Strength Show. And yes, those two things can go together. I'm living proof of that right here. And I just want to share with you guys what I'm going to be making for dinner today. I was just prepping this and I was like, man, this is pretty beautiful. Beautiful spread. So I felt like making a video on it. And I'm going to share with you guys where I get my protein from. But first, I want to tell you I'm going to be doing some crazy weightlifting stunt tomorrow. It's going to be a PR for me. It's going to be considered an elite status lift to a lot of people out there. So yeah, only like they say only 1% of the weightlifting population will be able to do that. Which means that because not everybody lives out there, that I'm going to be stronger than 99% of the world. Did I say that correctly? 99.999% of the world, at least pound for pound in this exercise. So anyways, without further ado, let's get going on what I'm going to be having for dinner tonight. So first off, I'm going to have some papaya. These are some Maridol papayas. Definitely not my favorite papayas in the world, but I thought these were kind of decent. I recently got a whole big thing of them at the Chicago International Wholesaler, and they said this was a better variety of Maridols. And I don't know if you lied to me, but they're not that good. Definitely, you want to get these right here, the Caribbean Red. These things are so good. They kind of taste like they taste like Fruity Pebbles in papaya form. They're so good, and they're so good for you. I really love these. I went to Myers. If you guys have a Myers by your house, I got them for $2.49, and this is like 3 pounds. I try to buy everything about, in season. Everything's about like a dollar or less, mostly in a dollar or less a pound. So that's and I eat about like 10 pounds worth of food. So you do the math. So I eat about less than $1 a pound for most everything I eat, and I eat about 10 pounds. So you do the math. It's not that expensive what you guys make it out to be, really. So, and then I got some tangerines here, some honey tangerines. These are the honey badger of tangerines out there. They're actually all citrus. These are definitely my favorite citrus fruits out there. I do like the Oro Blanco and the cocktail grapefruit, but these are definitely my favorite citrus out there. So those are my runners up. But yeah, so some cool things about tangerines is that there's an ingredient in it, or a chemical that may help to prevent obesity, and it helps to prevent some of the damaging effects of fatty foods. Talking about fatty foods, I want to tell you guys about my salad dressing. Now, I don't go crazy with my salad dressings or anything like my nuts and seeds or anything, but I do like to make a salad dressing. And most of the time I use a nut and seed to do that. So what I have in here is sesame seeds for the base of it. And then I threw in some coconut, which I had left over. I don't usually make a lot of things with coconut. And then I got some, a little bit of flaxseed, just to really thicken it up. And I got some, I got a orange pepper in there, and I got some lemon and some water to thin it out. And I did throw a little bit of nutritional yeast in it. I know that's not a very, raw food item, but it's to me, I eat so much raw food that I don't think a little bit of nutritional yeast is going to matter. I know if I eat too much nutritional yeast, my armpits kind of smell. So I don't know. But then I find studies where it helps to prevent colds and help with the immune system with people who are extreme athletes, like ultra marathon runners and athletes like that. So to me, I think a little nutritional yeast is not a big deal. I also did put a little bit of salt in there. I have to put salt in there if you don't want to. So if you guys like this dressing, I got a whole book on it. This is the only recipe guide that I have. I really don't make a lot of recipes. The only thing I really do is salad dressing recipes at the end of the day. Like I said, if you never watched this channel before, basically I just have fruit during the day. I don't really do crazy recipes or anything. And I have a salad dressing recipe at the end. and I make and a salad. So yeah, talking about salads, this is what I'm gonna be having for salad. I got 2 kinds of lettuce. Usually I just eat romaine or spinach or one kind, but I took it up. I went a little crazy today, and I had 2 different kind of lettuces today. So I got romaine, and I have no idea what this stuff is. I bought it, and I totally forgot the name of it. And I got some tomatoes, which, by the way, the red pigment in tomatoes helps to prevent sunburn by up to, I think it's like 35%. And yeah, it's fantastic. So I've been using tanning beds to get my vitamin D in the winter time, and so I don't really burn or anything like that. And I really credit it to all the fruits and vegetables. I know that I think there's something in citrus fruits that help to prevent sun damage, and lettuce and broccoli and tomatoes, particularly the red pigment in watermelon, tomatoes, and things like that. And then I got some sweet onion. I really like this kind of onion. I know a lot of people are anti-onion doing this kind of diet, surprisingly. But basically, it's a very anti-cancer food. If you don't like it so pungent, I really recommend getting these sweet onion varieties. They're not as pungent as the other ones. But if you know any studies or anything showing that, it's just the opposite what I'm saying, or anything like that, send them over. fruitandstrength@gmail.com. I'd be happy to check out whatever you got. So, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you guys about this citrus reamer that I got. So it's a Juiceman juicer. I got it for like 10 or 20 to 30 bucks. I got to say, I've been using this almost every single day for the last like 4 years in the wintertime, and I love it. I burnt out 2 other Black & Decker citrus reamers. And then prior to that, I was, juicing oranges by hand with one of those citrus reamers. And man, that took me like 30 minutes just to make 1 glass of juice. It was crazy. And yeah, so I want to share with you guys on how I use this. So check that out. All right. So you just pull that tab. All the juice comes out. And if you want to move your glass and you don't want this to drip anywhere, what, puppy? I'm making a video. Shh. Hey, lay down. Come on. Really? Shh. Oh, it spilled. Ugh. All right. So you see, it's pretty cool. I love this. I love this contraption. It's fantastic. By the way, I make a whole bunch of salad dressing for the week. So I don't have to whip out the blender and, blend everything and, aggravate everybody else in the household. So, yeah, I make a ton of it. And so I could just use a little bit at a time. And by the way, I don't go crazy with the nuts and seeds. I still just, have maybe 1/4 of a cup, and it's usually pretty low fat if you do that. And, my whole day I might sometimes go up to 10 to 15% fat, and not a big deal, really. There's a lot of people eating nuts and seeds, and they're very, very thin. All right. Look at Frank Madrano. He eats nuts and seeds almost every single day, and peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And he's lean. He's the leanest person in the whole fitness industry, really. So, yeah, what else do I have to say? Oh, let me show you this blood orange. You know what? Sometimes I make these videos, and I think everybody knows everything about fruit, and they don't. They've never even heard of blood oranges before. So check that out. It looks like blood. That's why they call it. So check out that color that comes out of this. So, and there's 3 varieties of blood oranges, and they're all fantastic. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. Definitely stay tuned. Hopefully tomorrow I get a PR video up for you guys, so you can share with all your friends and family, and they're like, "Oh my God, there's no protein on the diet. You're just gonna die," and all those other things. God, I can't tell you. if people get over that fear of protein, I think they'll run to this diet, because really meat and dairy and everything else like that, it's just killing people out there. Anyways, once again, this is Fruit and Strength. I know I went over it with this video. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say something else. What did I want to say? Oh, by the way, this didn't really take all that long to prep. I mean, maybe like 5 minutes to do that. 5 minutes, chop, boom, you're done. Chop these in half and then, juice them. It doesn't really take that much, man. I know people are spending like, 20, 30 minutes baking their pizza in the oven. So, don't use that as an excuse not to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. By the way, if you're into starch, I don't think that's a bad thing or anything like that. I know this is beyond the limit of this video, but yeah, I don't think it's a big deal if you're into starch. But I just, for me, I feel better with fruit, so I try to stick to just a fruit-based diet. So I'll make another video on that. So once again, this is Fruit and Strength, and I'm going to get my protein in right now. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Fruit and Strength.